recent stretch of games. Shaq, what's been the change for him?
You know, he's playing under control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative. You know, he's just going at people, the barbecue chicken theory, Ernie. Get out of my way, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, I mean, Freak might be one of my favorite players coming up, Ernie. I mean, his teammates are trusting him more, giving him opportunities, trusting that the fact that he could score, and their success as a unit is also increased because of their trust in him.
You know who Freak reminds me of?
Who's that?
Me.
And here are the Rockets now. 9-point game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Motiejunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Lawson in at the point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was just a man on a mission. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left. In the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of it.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Here's Freak. James Harden picking up that last basket. Freak kicks to Young. Picked by Randall. Back to Young. Motiejunas grabs the miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Wants in the pass to Motiejunas. Here's Ariza. Bangs home the trifecta. Now it's just a three-point Laker lead.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Freak dishes to Randall. Takes it off the glass. Randall's got 6.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He said their plan was run their offense through James Harden. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Anderson kicks to Freak. Ariza brings the double. Left side Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. Freak passes to Randall. Lets it go from 14.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Anderson with the block. Now the Lakers on the break. Freak with the ball.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
For the finish.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful shot.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Now here's Howard. 9 points in the game so far. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
And they've made the long range look like a...
Here's Lawson. Freak in at point guard. Pachulia is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Young, and it's Williams at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. There's Freak. Over in the corner, Williams. Freak with it. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Some really terrific numbers for Freak. He has 35 points, and talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there. And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
He kicks it to Pachulia. On the wing, Williams. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Picked by Randle. This one for 3. And the Lakers with another miss.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. That's how to make your mark on the board, with an emphatic finish.
Oh, Clark, he was savage on that second opportunity.
And really, those types of possessions, guys, can be really demoralizing for the defense.
And Brewer kicks to Lawson. And Harden wide open. He shoots. The 3-pointer, no good. Lakers leading by 8. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Motiejunas is checked in for Decker. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And here's Lawson. There's the feed to Howard. Misses from close range.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Freak with it, and it's Harden picking him up, and that one's good. Freak's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Lawson dishes to Motiejunas. Passes it to Howard. Outside for Lawson. Another miss by Houston.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
To the paint. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Williams. He's got 11 points and 3 assists. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
And Clark, I just love the supreme focus with which he's playing.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Here's Freak. Motiejunas grabs the miss. Motiejunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Motiejunas, that's a screen for Lawson. Motiejunas, a screen on Williams. Launches it. Another miss by Houston.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
They get it back. Freak with it. Now Lawson defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Motiejunas.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
We got to be more physical on defense.
And find out what Doris Burke has for.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And the Rockets making a change here. Ariza's checked in. The first one falls.
No win.
And both free throws good from Freak. Rockets trail by 13. Lawson outside. Now the dish to Howard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Howard's got 4 this quarter. Lakers leading by 11. Here's Freak, and he dunks it down.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
That's good.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Young with no one around. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 14. Lawson kicks to Harden. Back to Lawson. A rebound by the Lakers. Pachulia's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Motiejunas passes to Harden, feeds it to Howard. Good. Howard's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
finisher for a floor general. He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
And the Lakers making a change here. Lions checked in. That's good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
It's tipped. Down low. Here's Pachulia. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Lakers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And asserting themselves right from the start, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two clubs. They've got to feel good getting the upper hand tonight against the Rockets.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
On the wing, Bryant. And the pass to Pachulia. Young dishes to Freak. 4 on the shot clock. Pachulia kicks to Bryant. Hits the three-point bomb.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
We win, Freak. We'll get y'all next time.
I don't know, man. Think you better get used to this feeling.
Freak, getting that confidence level up. I like it.
Well, it's always been there. You know that.
True that. Yo, hit me up later. Got a few things we should talk about.
Okay, cool. I will.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers with some momentum in their favor. They've had a lot of success early on in the season and have been able to string together some excellent games. You'd have to say their overall approach has been well thought out and has been validating those high expectations coming into the season. It is clear now that the Lakers are going to have to start the rebuilding process. Some nice players to build around already, but how long do you think it'll be, Kenny, until we see the Lakers as a title contender again?
Wow, title contender? Whew. Who knows? It really depends on how these young stars develop and how quickly they do it. But they have talent at every position. But the West is the toughest league to
Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Lakers are enjoying this break from the road. You love to get the ball rolling early in the season. That's what they've done.
You know, for Los Angeles, they have performed above and beyond expectations thus far. As good as they've been, is it fair to wonder just how long they can keep this up?
Of course it is. I mean, I'll tell you this. They may have snuck up on some of their opponents here in the early season, but they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Teams will be ready for them.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Favors is out there with Lyles, and it's Harris in at the 1. Here's Lyles, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And he misses the fast break layup. The Lakers on D, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Harris on the double team. Freak passes to Young. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, the head coach for the Jazz gave me a few moments to catch up with him. We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump shot, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
Thanks again, Doris.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this stuff.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Freak dishes to Hibbert. Shoots from 12. And another basket for the Lakers.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Harris with it. Out defended by Freak, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Lyles. Shot is no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up. We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful strokes.
And that is good.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Freak kicks to Bryant. To the inside. Here's Freak. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. And so it's the Lakers with it. Screened by Young. Harris on the double team. Shot clock at 6. Kobe passes to Freak. Buries the long-range jumper. Freak's got 7 points in the game. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. There's the screen. Here's Harris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Lakers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And it's Freak missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Passes it to Lyles. Burks with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender...
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Just look to dump the ball inside.
Freak here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in scoring, second in steals. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Williams, he's checked in for the Lakers. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Utah. Dante Exum comes in for Harris. Here's Freak, who's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Randall kicks to Freak, stolen by Exum. The feed to Booker. He dishes it to Favors. 11 feet away, and Utah again with the bucket.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jump.
And Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Suns in Phoenix.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Lakers right now, Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Freak is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Burks, he's checked in for Utah. Pass to Exum. There's the pick. Clock at 6. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And a look here at the most accurate shooting guards in the NBA this season. And you look at Kobe Bryant leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Alec Burks.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they can get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He finished with 51 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And he's good on the second. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And it's Bryant in the corner. Here's Freak. He's got 12. Here's Hibbert. Here's Randall. It's hauled in by Harris.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Lakers leading by 4. Freak with it. Now defended by Exum. And it's Freak missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a...
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Derek Favors checked in for Lyles. Hayward comes in for Alec Burks. Rodney Hood's checked in for Exum. And it's Burke in for Devin Harris. Here's Hood. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Dishes to Burke. Nice ball movement by Utah. Favors with a screen on Russell. Shot clock at 5. Here's Booker. Can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And the Lakers making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Here is Bass. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Freak. And the Lakers with another miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Hayward outside. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 4 assists in the game.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie field. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And the first half comes.
Gentlemen, I'm here.
45. The Jazz, 42.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Freak really making a difference here.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will. In that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
So on the floor for Utah, Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Lyles out there with Favors, and it's Harris in at the point. And they'll keep possession. Favors can't get it to go.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Jazz trail by 3. Burks dishes to Favors. A rebound by the Lakers. Hibbert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And Utah has possession. And the foul called on Freak. That's his Freak. Group substitution here for the Lakers. Brandon Bass is checked in for Julius Randle. Anderson comes in for Nick Young. Russell, he's checked in for Kobe. And Freak subbed in for Lou Williams. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Lyles. Hood comes in for Gordon Hayward. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Burks. And it's Burke in for Devin Harris. And a wide open look for Freak. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 18 points for Freak. Utah shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. They set the screen. Favors with the screen. Burke misses the 3. Lakers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. And that one's good. Freak.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
Here's Hood. A second chance effort and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Brandon Bass.
Check out the game for Booker. 9 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it.
Here's Freak.
Lakers foul call. Justin Anderson. That's his second personal foul.
There's 1:47 left here in the third quarter. Favors with the screen. Booker the pass to Favors. And here is Burke. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Hangs in the air. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Hood. Hood's got 4 this quarter. Freak kicks to Hibbert. Shot's good.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now here's Burke. And the pass to Booker. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Booker's got 12 in the game.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Now here's Freak. Burke covering. A 3 from Anderson. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish. I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Here's Hood. It's deflected and stolen by Hibbert. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. And another basket for the Lakers.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Burke kicks to Hood. Favors with the screen. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. He feeds it to Booker. Nice ball movement by Utah. Clock at 4. They get it again.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Lakers leading by 6. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Williams is out there with Freak, and it's Hibbert in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Laker 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That's his first foul. Here's Freak. Harris on the double team. Freak. Booker pulls it in. Jazz trail by 6. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Harris kicks to Booker. Hayward outside. Shoots a fader and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on it.
Here's Freak. Drops one in from the wing. Freak's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Los Angeles. Harris passes to Lyles. He kicks it to Burks. Inside and stolen by Hibbert. And here comes the break. And there's Bryant. That's good on the assist by Freak. And the Lakers lead by 10. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Harris on the double team. On the wing, Williams. Kicks to Freak from deep. Rebound, Utah. Miles got his 6th rebound on the night. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from them on that turn.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Harris outside. Pass to Burks. They set the pick. Six to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. A nice shot by Booker. Lakers leading by 10. Here's Freak. And again, the Lakers no good. Burks with it. He's against Williams. Burks with it. Williams picks him up. Feeds to Harris. The dish to Booker. That's good. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Freak. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fellas.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And Utah making a change. Favors is checked in. Hayward outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harris. And the three off target. Lakers leading by 11. Favors brings the double. Freak dishes to Hibbert. Pass to Williams. No one near him. And he knocks down the jumper.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Harris with it. Out defended by Freak. Burks. They get it back. LA's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's Freak missing. Jazz trail by 13. The feed to Favors. Back to Harris. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
A shot by Williams, no good.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Favors against Randall. Pass to Burks. Here's the screen. The shot by Hayward, wide open. A rebound by the Lakers.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And stolen by Booker. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Harris with the ball. Out to Hayward. There's the 3. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 6 assists now in the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Ryan's checked in. And Utah also making a switch. Lyles checked in for Trevor Booker. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath. You're right. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range. And the Lakers lead by 11.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Hayward can hit.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the shot is good. Randall's got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Hayward kicks to favor. Back to Hayward. Favors sets the pick for Hayward. On the wing, Harris. Just 4 to shoot. No problems knocking that one down. Harris has got 7 points for the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And it's Freak missing. Jazz trail by 10. Kobe with the steal. Now Freak. Hibbert the pass to Young. Wants to get it to Bryant and does. Hibbert with the screen. Off the screen. Bryant's shot is off.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Three-pointer, Hayward, and the Jazz another 3.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go home. Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
That Kia Slam Cam replay.
Okay, guys, we are up the game.
Big group. Substitution here. For the Lakers. Pachulia, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. Anderson, he's checked in for Young. And it's Clarkson in for Kobe. Dishes to Hood. The pass to Lyons. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Pachulia. Rando comes in for Brandon Bass. Nick Young's checked in for Anderson. And Kobe is subbed in for Clarkson. Alec Burks checked in for Utah. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Kobe. And here's Los Angeles. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Deflects the pass. Here's Hood. Hands it from downtown.
And you can see he just didn't get... squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. The second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the left side wing. Kicks it to Burks. To the right side. Hood dishes to Powell. Three-pointer. And so the Lakers take the win. A confident win and one where they clearly...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. Let's get your opinion, Kenny.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at Denver, let's just say it has not been a season to remember for them. With a large chunk of the schedule behind us, they have the worst record in the entire NBA. Yikes. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like
It's game time in Los Angeles from the Staples Center. All the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. The Nuggets here looking to pick one up here on the road before returning to Denver. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Mudiay out there with Will Barton. And it's Splitter in at the 5 roaming the paint.
Nice make for him as they get the scoring started.
Yeah, he gets it going, and who knows now? You know, it might be a really big night in store for him.
Now here's Freak. Feeds it to Randall. And a wide open look for Freak. The shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continued to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
And he knocks down the first one. And Kobe drops them both. Here's Mudiay. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Freak. And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
It's stolen by Mudiay. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And Gallinari kicks to Mudiay. Screen by Fareed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Splitter. Denver gets it back. Second shot opportunity.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Freak. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Freak's got his first basket. Nuggets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. No one near Mudiay as he lets it go. It's good from long range. Mudiay's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
And that one's good. Freak.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Again, Los Angeles. The Nuggets trail by 3. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
When talking about who they'll be most concerned with on the other side, he laughed a little and asked, "You mean other than Kobe?" He said that it's an Almost futile effort to try and slow Kobe because he can score in so many different... different ways, saying, really, all we can try and do is prevent him from getting into a rhythm and try to force him into tough shots. Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Now here's Freak. A 35-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And also give him credit for his... Past the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. He kicks to Fareed. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Julius Randle picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And he can't hit the second. Lakers leading by 3. Outside, Russell kicks it to Freak, trying his luck deep. Denver grabs the miss.
And if he thinks that's within his range, then you know what? He's got a low basketball IQ.
Yeah, impossible to say what he was thinking there, Greg. I'm not even going to venture to guess.
Here's Barton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Goes up at the stripe. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Timeout call for the Lakers.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing.
Russell. He's right around 4 assists and 5 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Bass comes in for Randall. And it's Anderson in for Kobe. The Nuggets also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Splitter. Hickson comes in for Kenneth Faried. And it's Vasquez in for Will Barton. There's Freak. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now, here's Nurkic. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. That's good. Moutier's got 5 points so far.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Freak kicks to Russell. Here's Bass. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Utah Jazz.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Lakers 5 right now. Freak, he's in at the point. Julius Randle is out there with Nick Young. And there's Bryant, and it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low. Now here's Moutier, not a lot of room. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Thiago Splitter.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Freak with it. Now defended by Moutier. Freak. The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. To the inside, here's Gallinari. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
We got a storyline here. If it goes on for the rest of the game, it could be all those points they're getting at the foul line.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And he gets the bucket. That's 10 points for Freak.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that move. That's just good offense. They were all over him, and he still managed to drain it.
The pass to Barton. Out to the right wing. Gallinari wide open. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Gallinari's got 4 points in the quarter. The Lakers in the lead. And here in the second.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can. and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Here's Hibbert, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Denver. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw, no good. Russell, he's checked in for Nick Young. And a switcher also for Denver. Fareed is checked in. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz got down to business. He had 35 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. This game of his was just a standout, all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Russell kicks to Freak, and he jams it with authority.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Takes a 3. That's good. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Moutier kicks to Fareed. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Over to the wing. Here's Freak. He's got 17. Molinari passes to Moutier. Goes up to the stripe. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And now just a 3-point Laker lead. Now here's Freak. D right on him. Here's Russell. Drills the three-pointer. Russell's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, exactly, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. There's the dish to Hibbert. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Now, here's Moutier. Defense is right there. Fareed. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Brandon Bass is checked in for Los Angeles. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Splitter. And it's Vasquez in for Moutier. Here's Freak. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Gallinari kicks to Nurkic. Back to Gallinari. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Freak with it, now guarded by Fareed. Freak with it. He's got 19. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession. And a pretty tough.
Oh, never mind.
They contest the game here as we end the...
Thank you.
45. Your save was on.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
And what a tremendous game for Freak. 19 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second half with. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Will Barton is out there with Moutier, and it's Splitter in at the center, locking down the middle. And that one's good, Barton.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Pass to Freak. Back to Bryant. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Bryant's got 6 points.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Now Moutier. He's got 7, just 4 to shoot. That drops. 9 points in the game so far.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Back to Russell. Hibbert kicks to Russell. Here's Freak. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Nuggets trail by 4. To the middle, here's Splitter, and he banks in the layup. Splitter's got 8 points.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Dishes to Moutier. For the lead, Hibbert pulls it in.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
And the Lakers with another miss.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Moutier kicks to Fareed for the tie. A rebound by the Lakers.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look you want.
And that's how it... Coach would draw it up on a fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. And this one, back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And so it's the Lakers with it. They lead by 4. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. That's good. Freak's got 25 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Moutier, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Freak. Moutier with the rebound.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
It's his first trip to the line.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
Lakers leading by 4. Here's Freak. Here's Russell. Moutier with the rebound. Moutier's got his 3rd rebound tonight. To the middle. Here's Gallinari. It's deflected. Right side, Bryant. Some solid defense from Fareed.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Gallinari with it, picked up by Bryant. Gallinari dishes to Moutier. Excellent defense there from Freak.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Always fun to watch Kobe setting other people up.
The Nuggets trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
You got to find something, you're right.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Freak, good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. 30 points for Freak.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Moutier passes to Gallinari. And stolen by Freak. Gallinari with the steal. That's good. Gallinari's got 8.
Danilo Gallinari.
Lakers leading by 5. And here's Freak. He has 30. Tries again. And it's Hibbert laying it in. Hibbert's got his second basket of the game.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And Gallinari kicks to Fareed. Now here's Moutier. 11 points in the game. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Bryant gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond. Bryant's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Fareed. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's the break. Here's Moutier. It's deflected, but they recover it. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And Freak subbed in for Russell. Big group substitution here for Denver. Splitters checked in for Nurkic. Hickson comes in for Kenneth Fareed. Barton's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Moutier in for Nick Stauskas. Freak in at point guard. Brandon Bass is out there with Randall. Then there's Anderson. And it's Clarkson in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. There's Freak. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over for Hickson. And
folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start varying some of those.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Something else you'd like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
Kobe's checked in for the Lakers.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
The Nuggets trail by 15. Here's Moutier. Now the feed to Vasquez. And that one's on target from the wing. Here is Bryant. Passes it to Clarkson. He feeds it to Randall. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed. Slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Past the splitter. Here's Barton, guarded by Kobe. Barton kicks to Moutier. That one wide left.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And that one's good. Freak. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Moutier with the ball. He dishes it to Hickson. Feeds it to Barton. Clock at 6. Over to the left wing. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And it's Freak missing. The Nuggets trail by 17. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. Wide open look. And he hits the jump shot.
Assisted.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Now here's Bryant, guarded by Vasquez. Pulls it from the elbow. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And the Lakers making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Denver.
Out of bounds. Denver ball.
Here's Barton. It's good from the top of the key.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Clarkson dishes to Freak. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Freak's got 41.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Moutier kicks to And so he draws the foul on the shot on a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Barton, 9 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Russell, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Denver also making a switch. Fareed is checked in. Here's Freak. And he goes big with the dunk right over Moutier.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be the one. A tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Gallinari in the corner. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Assist from Emmanuel Mudiay.
And here is Los Angeles now. 17 points was their biggest margin. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Nurkic checked in for Splitter. Here's Freak. Off target with his three.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Kicks to Moutier. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Russell's got his third rebound tonight.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Barton kicks to Moutier. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's going wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
He kicks to Gallinari, fires for three, and he gets it to go. Gallinari's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
Stolen by Fareed. Here's Barton. Gallinari passes to Barton. They double him with Freak. Moutier, no good.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
And the Lakers with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 8. Barton dishes to Gallinari. They double him with Freak. Nurkic kicks to Barton. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
We're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up a drive. Have to rotate on the weak side to get
there. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Here's Freak. They get it back. The Nuggets trail by 6.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force. .103 left to play in the final quarter. Barton in the corner, fires the 3. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Freak. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Freak's got 47 points.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Lakers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Yeah, I like the discipline, the self-control, and the patience, Kevin.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
That one goes. Count. And the Lakers lead by 10.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have advantage down the stretch.
You put on what was simply an incredible 4th period. How were you able to take over this game in the end?
I think our team just wore them down over the course of the first 3 quarters. And during the 4th, it made things easy for myself and others to create space. And the shots that...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the... And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin